Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pitbull Stadium. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack. Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hilltoppers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So FIU's offense is on the field for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Panthers will hustle to the line.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
Catch in the middle, it's Dawson. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. All right, guys, let's talk about Florida International. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Snagged out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's another FIU.
Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So Western Kentucky's offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Back to throw, it's Parks. A strike downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the right. Get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down. The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's third and goal again from the 2. Trying to run it in. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Third and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here. And how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up fourth down.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on fourth and goal from the 4. To the air, it's Parks. Going for 6. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Quick strike through the air for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. FIU pushing tempo.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That's caught. It's stolen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to...
Pulls it in on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
FIU set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Gonna look downfield again. Makes the catch. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action. Fires toward the end zone. Makes a connection. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Panthers! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for the big play. Makes a grab deep. Touchdown, Topper. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to take off. Got room at the 35. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice...
Looking for a deep man. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The short hands, it's Stone. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. FIU pushing tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Looking to throw again. Throwing right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Florida International. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to East Carolina. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Dropping back, it's Parks. It's complete to the left. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Perry. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. FIU pushing tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Trying play action. With the catch, it's Perry. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to throw, it's Parks. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield very late in the half. Touchdown, WKU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Got his man to the left. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. He'll bring it out. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really nice job. Defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the double. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Makes the grab. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets enough. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. FIU pushing tempo.
And that's another FIU.
They want to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, FIU. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Irvin. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got it in the middle. It's Stone. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On first and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Western Kentucky, 21.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Western Kentucky, 21.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Parks. Fires to the tight end.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
FIU pushing tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Demps. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Perry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Oh, he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it first and 10 inside the 20. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. That's reeled in, it's Perry. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. FIU pushing tempo. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you've got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Demps. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Finds his man. It's Perry. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. They'll go to the air on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Stone. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've converted 3rd downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. It has been a quiet and somewhat forgettable game for this sophomore behind center. Big plays in the passing game have been sparse. They just haven't been able to put up many yards or points for that matter, and they also haven't taken care of the ball.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Irvin. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. He's loose. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The Hilltoppers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll go to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Fires to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know, at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.